Welcome back to Soul Hugs. I'm really happy to record today. There's actually like a snowstorm outside. If you have listened to the last episode, that was like the first new episode with the new concept. But after I recorded, I went through the whole concept again and the whole idea, and I was like, well, my texts are already very deep, and even though it is a step back for me because I wrote the text like 3 years ago, it would still be too deep for some people. So I'm like, that won't work. So if I want to change something, I really have to start at the really very beginning, because I want people to find their own way and to like go back to not only their inner child but also like to, oh god, I don't like the vibe of it. Like the steps you have to go through in the really, really beginning. I just wanted to be myself. I'm still myself. Never wanted to be a mentor. Never wanted to teach anyone. I just wanted to be myself, being Erna and helping people. It might be still the case, but it just feels very different now, and I don't know if I like this. But anyways, I want people to find their light and find their love and being open-minded and finding a different perspective. To become a person we really need more in life, full of love, full of openness and acceptance, and yeah, just pure. So, and I thought the best way for me to do it is to go back to the very beginning and pick up some topics and try to like clean up, to talk about not only daily challenges but like people's behavior patterns, topics we all know about and a lot of people still struggle with in their everyday life, like people pleasing, overthinking, insecurity, being able to be alone, avoidant of conflicts, things like that. And I'm more than happy to talk about those things and what I've learned in therapy about those topics and what I would recommend a friend to do from my perspective, because I let go of all of those things. I actually don't even know if I ever had those topics that present in my life, because I was solving them and talking about them very young in age. So I basically stopped the involvement of this feeling. I'm pretty sure I had people pleasing and like, I don't know, different things. Definitely overthinking. Definitely, that was a big topic for me. But yeah, and then slowly but surely I let go of all of those topics and I became completely like free. Oh god, that sounds so bad. Oh god. But yeah, by the end of the day it comes down to you if you want to do it, if you want to solve it or not. I always talk about traveling, yeah, but if you travel around the world but you basically do it blind, then traveling won't get you far either. So there are definitely things I would like to talk about to have a clean base. Even though I always talk about going traveling, it is really important and it definitely clears up your horizon. Sooner or later, it doesn't matter where you are in life, traveling will change you, but it definitely won't solve your problems. It definitely helps a lot if you have a certain amount of self-awareness already before you go traveling. And all in all, just having self-awareness in your daily life makes so much easier. And you don't have to travel to be happy, to figure things out. Definitely not. I just think it's a very privileged and precious and valuable thing to do if we have the opportunity. But I definitely understand that not everyone is the travel type of person. By the end of the episode, you are more than welcome to like give me feedback what you thought about the episode, what you would improve, if it matches with what you can do or what you feel comfortable with. Just feedback. It helps me to maybe change my perspective. I would say my perspective is really neutral and differentiated, but I would love to hear about your experiences, just to like adjust it a bit more. And even though I think I cut it out in last episode, I was talking about, oh well, I don't want to be a teacher, or I don't want to be a podcast where it's about finding self-love or anything, because you have plenty of them out there. But I realized not necessarily finding self-love, but I think we all know self-love is like the root and the heart of basically everything. So it is really important, that's for sure. But all in all, I think going back to, I think where I started might be helpful in a way, or maybe a bit different compared to other podcasts or what you see online, is that I went through therapy myself. So what I try is giving you examples of what I've done in therapy, plus what I would tell a friend. Again, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a teacher. I just try to figure it out as well. So yeah, I thought that might be a better idea. Literally, I'm not talking as an expert, I'm just talking as Erna, and what I would tell a friend from my experiences and my own therapy and what I took from it. Because again, therapy is key, therapy is great, and I definitely believe that a different perspective would be helpful as well. So yeah, I do believe in different perspectives, and that's about it. That's about like the tiny change from last week's episode. I don't know, should I keep it for the end of the episode or for now? How I feel today. Maybe for now, and then it's done. I feel really good today. I'm really happy about that because I had some really low days the last few days. It was really bad. But that's the thing. I always think, okay, I'm fine in sitting in this feeling. I know tomorrow will be a new day and tomorrow will be better. Might be better, might not. I don't have any expectation on the next day, but I do always tell myself that is okay. Every one of us has a bad day or low day. It's basically already, I think it happens I'm getting confused all the time. Unsubconscious, subconscious, conscious. It happens in my brain without me actually thinking it, because I did that when I was younger. I always told myself when I had a low day, I was like, okay, well, yeah, it's a shitty day and I accept it, but maybe tomorrow will be a better day. So yeah, and that's like the perfect example of like, even if you have a low day, you don't have to know why. You just have to hold on to the knowledge of it will be better. And when I had my lows the last few days, I knew the triggers, but I also had some moments or some days where I literally didn't know, why do I feel low right now? And what I personally do on those days, I'm just with myself, and like that's the thing, I don't need anyone to like cheer me up or to distract myself from the feeling. I am a person, even if I have a low day, I'm comfortable in sitting in this feeling. I'm comfortable in sitting in this low. And I just do things that are good for me. I'm not necessarily active. I don't mean like I will do sports because that's good for me. No, I just do what feels right to me and what feels comfortable to me. I'm just slowing down in a conscious way. And I just basically sit this feeling out. And then it gets better. But that's one thing, not everyone is like that. Some people definitely need distraction or like friends to talk about it. That's one thing we will reach at some point, how to go through certain situations, because the more you know yourself, the more you know what you need. But it doesn't happen like this. It is an ongoing process, and it can always change because you change every day if you're willing to, and if you're not stuck in where you are. Even that, like, people are happy to be stuck. I hope you see how complex this topic is to find a right way, because even if I start talking about it, it will never match with every single person, because every single person is different. Every single person has different things. The brain works differently. They are in different situations. Don't take the podcast, that's really important. Don't take the podcast or anything you hear online as your therapy. It might align with how you are, but if it doesn't, don't be too hard on yourself, because therapy in person, it is a therapy only for you. And I think some people forget about it, especially what you always see on social media, that you should do this or that. Like, you can find loads of things to feel better, or like to get rid of people pleasing or whatever on social media, but who says that that's the way to do it and that this is the way that works for every single person? I think there is no straight line or no one way for certain topics to do it. It really depends on the person you are and the thoughts you have while doing it, and just adjusting it to your personality. That's what I meant with like the Atomic Habits episode. Even if you have such a great book talking about building habits, You have to know how to adjust it to your own personality, because just because it's written in a book saying that's how it should be or that's how you should be, that's not the case. Because even with our brains are wired in a very similar way, but by the end of the day, our brains are very unique. Every single person is, again, I can't say it enough, every single person is different. Every single brain works differently, even if you can measure like certain things in the whole topic, like to say that's how people brains work. Yes, but also no. But that's too much about it. I just wanted to tell you how I feel, or how I felt. I feel really good. I'm really happy about that. But again, I had really low days, really frustrating, really demotivating. It was definitely social media in my case, and even though I'm really aware of my way I consume social media, I also end up seeing things I don't necessarily wanted to see or should see. I'm also sometimes scrolling. As I mentioned, I'm not a perfect person, even though I'm really aware of what I do. Social media is a big topic, and I actually thought about deleting social media for like the rest of the month, because I saw some things here and there, and it's just frustrating. It is really frustrating in regards to what I do and what I wish for and what I want. So yeah. But I really don't want to delete social media, because I do have so many reels and so many ideas I want to post, and that can't wait. That can't wait. I'm really euphoric about my social media and being creative and expressing myself, but I'm aware that I shouldn't consume or like watch certain people's stories. Like, that's what I know, and like that's what I do. So yeah, let's jump into the episode. When I thought about the episode, I was like, okay, where do we start? I think by writing down a realistic self-assumption. I want you to take a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be pretty. Like, I'm a person, I tend to like write something down and then I write it down again. A prettier paper to be able to like stick it somewhere. I personally would do it horizontal, but that's just how I visualize it. I think you can also do it the other way. I think it by the end it doesn't matter. I want you to draw a circle in the middle of the paper. It should be around, I don't know, centimeters, inch. I will just show it. Maybe for those who can't see, I mean, you should be able to see it, but say maybe around 7 centimeters or something. A circle in the middle of the paper. And I want you to ask yourself, where am I in life? And think about it in every aspect that comes to your mind. Where do I stand? Like family, friends, job, routine, daily life. To write down some bullet points and really think about it. Like, where do you stand with your family or in your family? What bothers you? What is good? Are you happy? Are you comfortable? Are you satisfied with like how it is? Because family, especially family, is such a big part of how we are shaped in our way of thinking. Family, growing up, there's so much. It's so complex. But just think about how you are and how you feel, and where do you stand with your family? Are you close? Are you not close? Are you, like different things. Deep dive in each topic. Then second topic, with your friends. Who would you count as your friends? How are your friends? Do you wish them to be more gentle or more, I don't know, straightforward? Do you wish them to be more interactive with you? Is your friendship based, mutual, like both-sided or only one-sided? Do you have those friends, and would you count them as true friends? Are they around you, or are they long distance friendships? Whatever. If you're angry about a friend, write it down. Just there are no rules how you should write it down. Just however it flows and however you feel. It doesn't have to be written down in terms of like, oh, that's how satisfied I am with this and this. Just write it down without expectations, without how it should be, because that's how a society tells us how it should be, without how it sounds good. Just literally, just free yourself from all of that. Just just only truly for yourself, as you would write it down in your journal. Only for you, with your thoughts, out of your thoughts and feelings. There's no right or wrong. You can write down some situations, some emotions, or you can just like write it down as bullet points. It doesn't really matter. It's only for you. It doesn't have to make sense, just for you. However you feel. So that will be the first area. The second area should be, how do you feel? And I don't mean in terms of like, if parents ask you how you feel, if friends ask you how you feel. No, ask yourself, truly, how do I feel in all of that? How do you feel right now by writing everything down? How do you feel right now in general? And how do you feel in general in your life? In general, today, in this moment, how you feel most of the time, your feelings, your state of being. Are you tired? Are you exhausted? Are you happy? Are you satisfied? All the different things. Just how you feel. Don't write down how you think you should feel. Really write down how you feel. And that, from my experiences, because that's already like really deep. That's like the first level of depth. Not many people can even go. So it's completely fine if you don't know how you feel. Like, from my experiences, it always started with, I think I feel this way or that way. And that's completely okay. And at the end, you write down a percentage of how happy or how satisfied you are with the different points, and all in general with your life. And whatever number you write down, even if it's low, no number is negative or bad. It can be worse. We take this number without judgment, just as it is, just as a number. And that's one of your starting points. That's what I mean. No number in that way is negative, because it is a starting point. It is something. It is a good thing, because it leads into change. You are here right now, and right now you're 3 steps ahead of the person that wakes up every single day and just continues their routine. Now you have a big overview of all the things, and you can see and decide if and what you want to change. And starting the change with like how and where and what, that's another question. Put that aside, and I think that will already give you enough time to think about it. Next episode will be the step after, what you do with this piece of paper, because we're not done yet. I'm not a coach. Oh Gott. Meine Tür ist nicht ganz zu. Nein, das sieht scheiße aus. That looks fucking horrible. Please don't wonder this fucking, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Oh no, I'm recording. Sorry. If you enjoyed the episode, please let me know in the comments on YouTube, Spotify. Share, rate and subscribe. That will help me loads. And you're always welcome to message me on Instagram. If you have any ideas or feedback or things you want to share, very welcome to do so on my website, which is linked in my bio of the Instagram. Share, subscribe, rate. It will definitely help to spread the message of feeling more love and less alone. And I hope we can go on this mission together.